It's cozy season. You need blankets, pillows. You need mugs. You need...
You know what I want?
Tea koozie. What's your cozy season must-haves?
Holiday-themed glasses and dishware. You know, I finally got my little Christmas plates that I've wanted for years and years and years last Christmas. I want like some sort of
not
like...
my culture, but
I know
I
it's
respect
not your culture, but I want more like Christmassy drinkware, plateware.
Okay, well, you know a great place to get that.
Wayfair.
Yeah, you gotta be stocking up at Wayfair.
I'm stocking up at Wayfair.
Because not only are you going to get the cozy items that you so desire, but you're going to get great deals on the cozy items you so desire. Because Wayfair has great deals on things your home actually needs, especially before the holidays. They have everything from sofas to spatulas. You name it, they have it. They also have styles you can't find anywhere else. No cookie cutter stuff that everyone else has, so you can make your home way more you. Right now, you can shop Wayfair's insane holiday deals and get up to 70% off during their Black Friday deals.
You know what items I'm all ready for thanks to Wayfair?
What items?
Christmas napkins. It sounds silly, but I want them and I like them.
Get them.
Christmas, they've got little Christmas trees on them.
Get
and
them.
They're napkins.
Just
okay?
just have me over and make cookies.
And you'll go, not my culture, when you like wipe your mouth, but that's fine. That's
no,
totally
I'll say
fine.
These are gorgeous.
Thank you. Don't miss out on saving big with Wayfair this holiday. Head to wayfair.com now to shop Wayfair's Black Friday deals. That's WAYFAIR.com.
You will dream it.
Yo, they want to know.
Hey,
Mia.
hey,
Mia.
Come on.
hey. I want to be famous.
Welcome to Who Weekly, the podcast where you'll learn everything you need to know about the celebrities you don't. I'm Bobby Finger.
I'm Lindsay Weber.
Come see us on tour this summer and fall, honestly, in Brooklyn, Atlanta, Toronto, Montreal, Seattle, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Minneapolis, Chicago, Dallas, Boston, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. Starting in 2 weeks? But then there's sort of like a month-long break because Brooklyn's sort of a special show. And then
It's starting in
September 8th.
September. But there are, I think, a few tickets and VIP. Honestly, you really want to do VIP for Brooklyn. I think a few of those are left for the August shows, which are going to be special.
Oh, yeah. Thursday's Brooklyn show is not sold out. I think there's like 15 tickets left. Oh, wow.
Clap if you care. Clap if you care.
It's not the most amazing breaking news in the world, but I did laugh at the headline. Lady Gaga seemingly confirms engagement, introduces Michael Polanski as my fiancé. I laughed before seeing what this was actually about, like who she introduced her fiancé to, but it's to the Prime Minister of France.
Perfect. Of course. I saw the clip. She does say, "This is my fiancé,
This is
Michael."
my fiancé, Michael.
I think she was kind of hype from people being hyped for her, but then also maybe this is not exactly how she wanted to announce her kind of engagement to the most boring man alive. And by boring, I mean I've never met him. And by boring, I mean I know nothing about him. Who called him yesterday Mr. Nurtec? Not that he like invented
Wasn't
Nurtec,
me.
but she did Nurtec and he's a pharmaceutical guy, or like a startup-y guy. And so somebody called him Mr. Nurtec. And I thought that was like pretty funny.
Nothing dims my light like a migraine. With Nurtec ODT, I found relief.
Can we talk about this? I feel like this is actually a good segue for this. We were hanging out on Saturday and a friend of ours was like, did everyone see Christina and the Queens' rant about the Olympics last night? And we were like, what are you talking about? And
It's good to have a friend at the beach who's like, did you see? And then they say the most random thing.
Christina and the Queens is so mad at the country of France for not choosing him to perform at the Olympics and instead choosing a French Canadian and an American. And I was like, wait, I understand that, but what were Christina and the Queens' tweets? And she was like, oh, I have them saved. He deleted them, but here they are. And proceeded to read them all verbatim, and they are incredibly funny.
And what's funny is until I read the tweets, if you just explained to me the situation, I'd say, you know what? I agree. They should have asked Christina and the Queens to perform at the opening ceremony because he's great and French and sings in French. And like, that's the point, you know?
Yeah.
Not that I'm like Celine Dion shouldn't have sung, but I'm also saying,
Celine had every right.
But every right.
Every right.
But you know what I mean? Like I before I read these tweets, I'm like, yeah, slay, like go off, get pissed. And then the tweets are like, the tweets are very V for Vendetta. The tweets are like, you better put me in the old timey jail cell. You know what I mean? I don't believe in incarceration, but I do believe in old timey jail cell. That's different. That's
France
different.
doesn't deserve me anymore. Institution. We'll give my music to the people and leave those sorry ass money men ever. We'll give my music to the people and leave those sorry-ass money men making for us the shittiest culture ever. Mark my words. This bird is now for the people. I say fuck them. I am the best performer of France. Fuck them. Bye. And then, you deserve my art because you are worthy. Fuck money men. I am now the man, the everything, the savior. See you soon. Not in their TV. I smash my TV with a hammer tonight. Traitors shall regret me. Traitors and weak cowards shall miss me. I shall love the others and help you. And then finally, the tweet that was not deleted by Christine and the Queens was, I like Celine Dion though. But the V for Vendetta thing was, he changed his profile pic to V for Vendetta, like the Guy Fawkes mask.
He put his money where his mouth was, where he went off.
Album.
He went off and then said, you know what? I'm a man of the people so hardcore that I'm going to drop my album. It's called Hope Core, and put it on like WeTransfer, and then dropped it. And the cover is the V for Vendetta. This is like too French for me. This is the V for This is the most, honestly, this is more French than the Marie Antoinettes in the windows.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that. But this is equally...
Well, isn't V for Vendetta a very British thing, though?
To me, it's giving French Revolution, but I know it's like, Guy Fawkes mask, like whatever. But to me, this is very like, Vive la France. Like,
Vive la France. Surrounded by roses.
I liked mixing this with Candace Cameron Bure being mad at the opening ceremonies for like depicting a like debaucherous version of the Last Supper. She was like,
it wasn't even the Last Supper.
No,
wasn't that what we realized? It was like a Dutch painting of Olympians.
But it was just funny because she was like, I don't normally speak on these things. And it's like, you speak on these things constantly. I never speak on you unless you speak on these things. And I'm speaking about you.
You speak on these things like because it's literally in your blood.
So I didn't really want to weigh in on the Olympics opening ceremony publicly because I always risk it becoming a headline, but it felt too important not to. And I love the Olympic Games. I love them. My husband is a 2-time Olympic medalist. So is my brother-in-law, and my father-in-law is a 3-time Olympic medalist. And I have many friends that have competed in games over the years. So to watch such an incredible and wonderful event that's going to take place over the next 2 weeks and see the opening ceremonies completely blaspheme and mock the Christian faith with their interpretation of the Last Supper was disgusting. And it made me so sad. And someone said, you shouldn't be sad, you should be mad about it. And I'm like, trust me, it makes me mad, but I'm more sad because I'm sad for souls.
You are always speaking on these things. She's like, I love the Olympics. I love the Olympics, but this was disrespectful. Disrespectful. Meanwhile, nothing to say about the entire segment of the opening ceremony where the French people were like, let's have a ménage à trois because we invented it. We love threesomes. No, nothing about that. That's okay.
And just getting up in arms over one of the campiest events of every 4 years is really funny to me.
Of every 4 years. And kind of like one of the campiest parts of the campiest events. No, the campiest part was the heavy metal Marie Antoinette and the 3 people fucking.
Wasn't it performed at the place where Marie Antoinette waited to get decapitated? Yeah,
yes.
That's sick.
No, it was sick.
I'm sorry.
Opening ceremonies were sick.
I'm sorry. Christine and the Queen should say something about that. Like, that's a thing that he should comment about.
Well, he did say, I love Celine Dion, though.
No, I like Celine Dion, though.
Oh, okay.
I like Celine Dion, though.
Well, who doesn't like Celine Dion?
Anyway, download my album on WeTransfer. Okay, let's move on to someone I'd never heard of until yesterday.
Screen legend Hayley Mills arrives on the red carpet at the Trap world premiere with her rarely seen pop star son. Do you know who he is? No, the answer is no, I don't.
Mm-mm.
I didn't. Usually I know these, but I didn't know this one.
Me either. But I'd heard one of the songs before.
Had you?
Crispian Mills, yes, and you will recognize it as well, is the son of Hayley Mills
Wow.
and Roy Bolting. Okay, so original Parent Trap girly.
His father is Brighton rock producer,
Yes.
which I'm also not sure about that. Hayley Mills just wrote that. I mean, it was now a little while ago, but a memoir that everybody was like loving.
Oh yeah, I never read that. She is his mother. She was married to Roy Bolting, who is his dad. Then she got married to a guy named Jason Lawson, who dumped her for Twiggy, which is really funny to me because he's now married to Twiggy. Anyway, this guy was just at the Trap premiere with his mom. He took his mom because he's in it. His character's name is Dr. Grant. We don't know. We haven't seen it yet. We're seeing it on Thursday.
He's a character in Trap. I'm not seeing it on Thursday.
He's in. Oh yeah, you're not seeing it on Thursday.
So sad.
He's Dr. Grant, so I guess that's why he was there. But then I was like, okay, it keeps calling him a pop star. What's his band? His band is Kula Shaker. Okay, they were apparently very popular in Britain in the 90s and early 2000s. I was listening to some of their music and I was like, doesn't ring a bell, doesn't ring a bell. Then I clicked this and I was like, oh, this song. Just listen. This song was in a lot of movies and TV shows in like 1999. You know, like it takes me back to like watching things on a particular TV set in a particular house. In 1997, he talked about how much he was intrigued by the Nazis. He says like some stuff about Nazis. He's like, they're interesting. Like Hitler knew more than he said, like than people think. Like,
but he meant about the imagery because he was referring to kind of its origins.
But what I liked about this piece in The Independent from 1997 is that after he made those remarks, I guess The Independent asked him for comment, and he sent an apologetic, this is a quote, an apologetic 4-page fax from the United States where he is on tour. It's just like, this is how apologies were done in 1997. An apologetic 4-page fax.
As a result of the privileged lifestyle the Mills family enjoyed, Crispian's mum felt the need to explore a more spiritual path.
My mum had her whole life she had a kind of a guilt, or she wasn't comfortable with the fact that she had been given so much very young. It just didn't sit right with her. She was friends with some Krishna devotees, and they really helped her in many ways. And I think when she understood the basic principles of karma and stuff happening from life to life, and you reap as you sow, and sometimes things are just waiting to happen to you in this life that maybe had the seeds were sown long time ago.
Moving on, Ludacris has a partnership with Knorr. I never say that out loud. It is Knorr, right?
I don't even know what that is.
It's the spice brand. It's like a Script K, Norr. They make those they make spice blends. They make bouillon. They make those packets of pasta or packets of pasta and rice and spices and pasta and spices where it's like just add water and then you have an instant side.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's bouillon. I think they're mostly a bouillon.
Yeah, they're mostly bouillon, but they do a lot of sort of like easy prep little meal bags as well.
Not that you can't be both, but it's just very funny because I'm reading this whole thing about Ludacris being like, I'm being healthy, I'm doing meal prep, I'm working with Knorr on my fitness routine, and I do my cheat day, but then I also use my lemon pepper chicken seasoning to make a healthy meal. And I'm like, does this man literally have an airport restaurant called Chicken and Beer? And I was like, correct, yes, like his song Chicken and Beer, he has a chicken and beer. He has a restaurant in LAX and Atlanta's airport called Chicken and Beer. That's like essentially fried chicken fast food. It's just an interesting, this is not brought up the entire time he's talking about Knorr.
So Ludacris is doing a brand partnership with Knorr, and the theme is fast food remix. And when you watch the videos, Ludacris is basically trying to convince normal everyday Joes that they should stop ordering fast food and stop ordering takeout and instead make food at home with Knorr.
Me, when you tell me to stop ordering fast food and make food at home with Knorr. Knorr!
But it's like someone orders like a burger and fries to their house and he's like, no, you should make chicken tenders in the oven using Knorr. And he's basically taking over their kitchen.
Thought you told me y'all was gonna start eating better.
We doing this again?
Yes. Fast food remix.
You could get with this, or you could get with that. You could get with this, or you could get with that. You could get with this, or you could get with that. But if you get with this, then Knorr is where it's at. This is nonsense, that is nonsense. We need some ingredients and dishes that are fresh. When you eating, no wonder you in a bad mood. Listen, I got something better than that fast food. I got chicken thinly sliced up, bouillon as a base. All-purpose flour, 1 cup.
I get the concept where it's like, don't use fast food, use Knorr. But it's like, isn't that ultimately the message of every brand of food product that's sold, where it's like, instead of buying food pre-made, cook it.
Yeah.
Like it's just the laziest messaging where it's like, have you considered cooking it? Anyway, so because he's promoting Knorr, he has to do the standard thing where it's like, I have to talk to Us Weekly 5 times. You know, I have to talk to everyone and just give them sort of bits and pieces about my personal life while really also saying, and I'm also working with Knorr, which feels like the perfect partnership with me.
Does it?
Someone tweeted about Ludacris in 2018 and said, about 5 years ago, I worked in a restaurant. Ludacris came in, ordered spring rolls, and sent them back. When I apologized, he said, don't apologize. Spring rolls are unpredictable. I think about this once a week.
He's like a nice guy. Ludacris is nice guy vibes. I think he has like 4 daughters. He's very like, he's very neutered in that experience. And I feel like he's now kind of just like a Hollywood nice guy, you know?
Don't apologize. Spring rolls are unpredictable.
Fast and furious actor, just like rich and happy and selling bullion cubes. Good for him. All right, here we go.
Serena Williams' husband, Alexis Ohanian, is mistakenly called her umbrella holder in on-air flub at Olympics ceremony.
I mean, he absolutely looks like a random guy who would just be with her holding an umbrella. That is the most believable, accurate, and kind of honestly crucial drag that could be made by an announcer, I guess. They said, Williams looks incredible. She's got somebody just behind us holding an umbrella, British sports reporter Laura Woods noted per a year. Oh yeah, how would British sports reporter Laura Woods know?
Yeah.
Those are the levels you aspire to have an actual umbrella holder. I like that add-on.
All right.
Only by a little bit, though. We were saying they're kind of like your mum's old car's like interior, aren't they? But anyway, look, Serena Williams has absolutely got it right. She has nailed the outfit. She looks absolutely incredible. And she's got someone just behind us holding an umbrella. Look, those are the kind of levels you aspire to, aren't you? To have an actual umbrella holder behind you. Listen, loads more still to come in our show before the opening ceremony.
These commentators at the Olympics, they are reaching. The reach is like, you can hear it in the cadence of the speech. Not everyone can really just talk. It's like sometimes you're just like, what are you saying?
I mean, I don't envy that job. That must be one of the hardest broadcast journalism job, having to just fill dead air during the Olympics.
Want it. Kelly Clarkson was such a flop during the openings. It was just like, shut the hell up or say one fact. And she just kept being like, woo, beautiful.
I'm more intrigued by the presenters. I'm intrigued by in Paris are the hosts of today, Hoda and Al and Savannah, and they're all traipsing around Paris with Ina Garten and making content. It's very cute.
Well, it's just also very NBC core, where it's like, okay, so all of the NBC talent is being like, placed across, and it's like, who can really do this? Who can really put in the energy? And it's like, some people just can't hack it in a live setting. You can see why Kelly Clarkson show is pre-taped.
This is another thing that I'm going to have to move up because I think it's in the doc, but maybe it isn't. Speaking of live reporters and having to fill dead air or something, did you see Hoda Kotb interviewing Simone Biles about Snoop Dogg while Snoop Dogg was there. Simone's mom was like, we met you in 2010 in Times Square and you were rude to us. And then Hoda's like, anyway.
No way.
Hoda's like, let's move on.
She's
like,
funny.
we asked to get a photo with you. You said no. And it would have only taken 1 minute. But anyway. And then Hoda's like, so.
Is there a clip? Do you have the clip?
Yeah, let me play it.
Yeah, we got a few down here. And Snoop, I don't know if you know this, but, Simone and you have known each other for a long time, right, Nellie?
How?
Correct.
How, Nelly?
I mean, I remember, I will never forget that we met you in Times Square, 2010. And you said, because we asked for a picture, you said 2 minutes, 1, 2, and you were gone.
Well, and Simone's not going to be doing the open.
So Simone's not here?
Okay, so she doesn't say you were rude to us. She says, she basically is like, she's implying you were rude to us.
Yeah, she's implying you're rude to us, and then Hoda gives sort of a fake laugh and then moves them on.
Yeah, well, Hoda has business to do, which is where the fuck is Simone Biles, your daughter? We don't care. We don't care as much about you anymore. Where's Simone? Where's Simone?
So when Alexis Ohanian posted the photo of him and his wife and his kid on Instagram, he wrote, Olympia, Serena's personal umbrella holder. Let the games begin.
It's funny. This guy knows he's a +1, and he's like and that's kind of his charm. Is like he's confident in being a +1.
I can make you a grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese sandwiches are very, very important. Let's not minimize those.
We're worthless.
This though is, in a way, it's the greatest nerd makes good story in history. You marrying Serena Williams. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable when you think about it.
Wow,
she might be the greatest athlete in in American history, or maybe the history of the world, not just tennis. I mean, this is unbelievable that she has chosen to populate. And I don't mean this as an insult, but
unconventional, I know.
Sophia Bush, I'm glad that I saw this independently. I saw this when this happened. And then I saw, oh no, they didn't write about it. And oh no, they didn't writing about it made me feel better about this because their headline was Sophia Bush, 42, threatens ... someone on Instagram.
Right.
Because I was like, what is this about? I read every word of this and I was like, what am I missing here?
I don't think you need to be a lesbian. Well, I don't think you need to be a lesbian to know what's going on here, but I do feel like even the most clued in lesbian would still be like, what are you talking about? You know?
Because I thought it would be, because I know there was some sort of like,
what is she talking about? But it could only honestly be one thing. It's just like, are you still really talking about this? Like, you won, girl. Like, you're
all she does is talk about this. All she does is talk about this.
She went on some podcast, her own. Who cares?
It was her own podcast.
And she was like kind of bragging about how she slid into this married woman's DMs. Like, that's how they met.
Well,
kind of.
They were separated. So she's being very smart where she's like, I only reached out because I knew they were broken up.
But I'm just saying this story of how they got together is changing. It's being not misremembered, but it's being it's shifting. Something's different about this story every time I hear it. And you know what that means? Stop telling the goddamn story.
Right.
Period. And it won't change. If you stop telling it.
You're changing it 5% every time you tell it. And
exactly.
And after you tell it 50 times, it's not going to be the same thing.
Exactly. Okay, so these two Instagrams gets posted. I think the bottom one was first. The top
bottom
one was second. First. Sorry.
Yeah,
so like I put them in the wrong order. So I'll read the bottom one, you read the top one. Okay. So imagine just like an Instagram, it's like text on a like ombre background, like no effort, no photo, no indication of anything. And she wrote, have you ever been just so tired of petty that you want to step on necks? When all of us good gals are out here advocating for women, and then there's some petty ass cunts being, well, petty? Don't play with me. I'm too grown and too tired. I'm a decade past willing to be gentle, babies. I will bury you. And just to note, cunts was starred. There was a star in cunts.
C star NTS.
Because I don't know why children are reading this. And then babies was BBs. And then at the end there's an Instagram and it's the girl who's holding up the hand. The shrug girl. Is that the shrug girl?
It's the shrug girly. It's not shrug. It's the one arm shrug. It's like
one arm shrug. It's like,
oh well,
I will bury you. One arm shrug. Okay.
I will bury you. One arm shrug.
So that's the first one. No idea what's going on here. I mean, just the messiest nothing of a sub tweet, a sub Instagram, a subgram.
The next one is what sort of fucked me up, because it's text around a screenshot, and the screenshot is a TikTok comment that she left somewhere, but I don't know where she left it. So there's no context. And as we know, we exist in the context, and there's no context here. So Sophia Bush commented on, I believe this is TikTok font. You do realize that no matter how many times you parrot this sad lie, you can't make it true. Stop tagging me in all this shit unless you want me to drop all the receipts and embarrass your fave. Upside down, happy face. Upside down, happy face. Okay? So
Upside
she clearly commented this on someone.
I love upside down, happy face. Yeah.
Maybe Instagram, but I think TikTok. And then around this comment, but we don't see what she commented on, but it's obviously lies that are being, quote, parroted. She wrote in Instagram font, I've done... quote, when they go, she messed up the quote. It's supposed to be when they go low, we go high, but she didn't say that. She wrote, I've done, quote, when they go, we go high for over a decade. Dare me. All caps. Dare me. I'm too old. I'm tired. And I'm not here to play with you and your faux online lives versus my very real and very well-documented real one. Try me one more time. Asterisk. Below that asterisk, smaller font. And when, after I post this, you say, Petty, I dare you to acknowledge that this is what you desire, and in others you call fierce. Try me. Try me!
Okay, this is like... I'm sorry, but like...
It's clearly someone accused her of home wrecking. And
yes,
she was
it's the same rumor. It's the same... bullshit as before, like
but someone only accused her of homewrecking because she talks about the origin of her relationship all the time, and as you said, it's a little sus.
It's just like a lot of talking, and I think that's maybe the issue, where the woman has a podcast, she goes on other podcasts, it's a lot of talking, and just like these things come up again and again. And then people comment on them again and again.
They do.
And then you can't be mad at commenters. Like being like she's subtweeting like random civilians. Like
yeah,
that's what's so annoying to me. It's like a useless
it's someone who, but it's clearly someone who tags Sophia Bush every time they post, and Sophia's seeing them, which is sort of like, well, stop looking at them.
That's like on you.
Stop looking at the random person's Instagram comments or TikTok comments.
And also, I just think people are really kind of, trying to uplift and support the ex. Not Ashlyn, the other one.
Allie Krieger?
Yeah, Allie Krieger.
Mm-hmm.
The one who was dumped for Sophia Bush. And, in a long-term relationship with this person. And then Sophia Bush was like, hello.
You know what I sort of think this is?
What?
Sophia Bush. Isn't this Sophia Bush's, like, one of her first, like, queer relationships? Definitely her most high profile.
No,
like,
it is.
Literally was married to a man, then, like, meets this person.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think she's just a little unused to queer people. It's like, sorry, bitch. This is the community you're in now. They're gonna be doing
you're
this.
You're saying gay people are too bitchy, and
yeah,
she had no idea what was.
Now all of your fans are like lesbians and queer people, and you're surprised that they're being like, what the fuck, with a magnifying glass, like crossing through your yard.
Oh, you're mad that
Detective Latoya. Sorry,
you're liberated, and freaking a bunch of gay Harriet the Spies are peeping into your business.
Redundant.
You signed up for this. You signed on the dotted line, and the girlie said, "Oh, you're part of the L Word web now, sweetie, and here we come to do some investigations." You're kind of right, actually. Like she, it's like it really is true.
It's like, what do you want? What do you want queer people to talk about other than like another queer person's partner?
I keep thinking of one of our friends who's very much in this investigation realm, and I imagine her pulling out her big book and then adding and dipping a feather in ink and writing Sophia Bush in ink, like
printing out these Instagrams, like smudging them in Mod Podge.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to mess with the lesbian who has a bucket of Mod Podge. Let me tell you that much.
So good. No, I mean, you're so right, because she went from being only something that one type of audience cared for, and now she introduced herself to a whole other audience, right? And like this audience.
Also, she's dating like
right.
Like she was dating kind of a boring straight guy. Now she's dating like an interesting woman, like
well, and a woman that people have like a fandom for. There's like a lot of attention and a lot of love for Allie, the ex, as well as the new one, Ashlyn. God, it's like you'd have to pay me $1 million to remember these women's names, but I know they're like, great athletes. All right, none of them are playing in the Olympics, because I saw Sophia and Ashlyn are at the Olympics.
Yeah, they're there.
They're not, but they're not playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just sort of like being slay there.
Then the One Tree Hill star got up the courage to ask Harris out. She even said to me, hold the phone. I always thought you were straight. Bush remembered. And I was like, I always thought you were happy, but we're both single. So what are we doing? Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. I always thought you were straight. And then her responding, I always thought you were happy.
And it's sort of like, well, did she say this on her podcast, Work in Progress, which is just with her? Or did she say it on her One Tree Hill podcast? And it's like...
Drama Queens?
Drama Queens. It's like, it could have been either one of them. I don't know what to tell you, because she talks about this shit on all of them. But I actually do think it was on her personal one, the Work in Progress.
When I finally asked my partner out, which, like, to be clear, our friends were, like, trying to set her up with someone. And I was like, if she's ready to date, she's fucking going on a date with me. Like, sorry,
Yeah.
Like, no fucking way. And people were like, wait, what? And she even said to me, she was like, hold the phone. Like, I always thought you were straight. And I was like, I always thought you were happy. But like, we're both fucking single. What are we doing?
Future Lindsay here. I am just updating this little story with the headline from Entertainment Tonight. Allie Krieger reveals she's dating a, quote, wonderful person following Ashlyn Harris split. Quote, I'm dating a wonderful person right now who I really, really like. I'm, so grateful that we met, Krieger said, keeping her new partner's identity under wraps for now. Okay, that's all. Bye-bye.
I want to be famous.
I slept in a terrible bed at one of our dates this story. I won't reveal where it was because I don't want to be super rude, but the bed was absolutely horrendous. Big dip in the middle. I was always like rolling into the center. It was so bad. My back hurt so bad when I woke up. And guess what? When I got home, my favorite part of being home was getting in bed.
Yeah, you were like back into my mattress.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's a real bed that was chosen for me based on a quiz, the Helix quiz.
Right. And sometimes when people use my mattress, they're like, that's a little soft. And I'm like, yeah, it's made for me, not for you.
For you.
Which actually even drives home the fact that it's so made for me. You know what I mean? I kind of relish in the I don't want my friends to be uncomfortable, but I'm like, I kind of am like celebrating the fact that it's like for my body, not for yours.
Mm-hmm. I just sleep so much better on my own mattress than literally any other mattress. And that's because Helix mattresses rock. I wake up, my back doesn't hurt. I wake up, I don't have night sweats. I wake up and I'm thrilled. I wake up and I say, I love you, Helix.
That's
so
incredible.
If you want to experience the joy that I experience every
time
I get in bed, and every time I get out of bed, you should go to helixsleep.com/who, because you will get 25% off site-wide plus 2 free dream pillows with any mattress purchase. Plus, get a free bedding bundle, which includes 2 dream pillows, a sheet set, and a mattress protector with any Luxe or Elite mattress order at helixsleep.com/who. That's helixsleep.com/who.
Hey friends, I'm Sharon McMahon, host of Here's Where It Gets Interesting. Each week, I speak with authors, experts, and thought leaders on everything from American history and democracy to how to be a better person on the internet. And don't miss my extremely popular docuseries, which educate you on things you never learned in history class. Follow and listen to Here's Where It Gets Interesting on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Can't imagine it any other way. Whoweekly.us is a Squarespace. It will always be a Squarespace. We love our Squarespace.
Even if they said no more advertising on this podcast, we would still have it be a Squarespace because honestly, it's just the easiest, sanest way to have a website on the internet at this point.
Yeah. I really can't think of another option.
No, I wouldn't even know how to do another option at this point. It's like it is a perfect way. I know they have all the features I need. If there's a new feature that I need somehow in the future, I know that they're going to have it. Mm-hmm. Let's say there's something we need to do on this website that I can't even think of right now. I know that in the future
advances
that they will have our back.
I trust that Squarespace will keep up.
Well, because right now it's like, we have our tour dates that we're able to change on a whim, which we need to. But Squarespace does plenty of other things. They've got, you could do a course, you could host a course, you could do analytics, you could do email campaigns, you can take payments, you can sell stuff. I mean, it's like we could do whatever we wanted on Squarespace, and I am actually comforted knowing that I could do that in the future.
Yeah.
So head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/who and save 10% on your first purchase of a website or domain. That's 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
I want to be famous.
Let's look at oil music.
Let's just say that when you fill up your gas tank, you can do that happily, knowing that the proceeds of that are going to Ivy Getty, in a way, are going to the creation of Ivy Getty's number one single. Number one in my heart. Not number one on the charts, but, number one.
Fill up your gas tank.
You can, how sometimes you watch Maria Menounos on the TV? Don't even bother. Just put on your headphones and play Ivy Getty's new song, One Hit Wonder. And be happy that the gas proceeds are going to this iconic song.
It's going to like so many people, this gas money.
I kind of like it.
The lyrics are kind of clever. I think that the singing is strange because, like we were saying in text, it's doing this sort of like non-auto-tuning where it's like you should have tuned her voice a little more because it's this weird monotone that's happening.
Well, it's almost like the auto-tune got caught, like it glitched in the middle of finishing tuning. Like it's almost like, and I kind of love it. It almost is, I have to say, it's kind of it's giving drag queen singing, which I love, which is a little bit of this kind of uncanny valley of like, there's something kind of charming in the floppiness of the voice. But the song does give a song that a drag queen would perform to, which I think is Ivy Getty's goal. She said that the inspiration for this song, which I kind of love, is specifically Carly Rae, Kylie Minogue, Want You Back by Cher Lloyd, an incredible song. And
an incredible reference.
Paris Hilton's best song, Don't Come For Me.
I'm not familiar with it. I'm not even going to pretend to be familiar with that.
Okay, so I like that I like that at least this song is stupid and her references are stupid. Like,
and
she's
I understand.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with this Paris Hilton song. I have to say, even after listening to it, but I do. That is what her voice. It's sort of like this, sort of like belabored monotone. That's really trying for pop superstardom, but isn't quite there. But it's kind of charming in its try-heartedness. I don't know.
But the song itself is like not awful, which is what is killing me a little bit. But you can hear the technology, which is always kind of annoying. Like you can hear the ones and zeros when you hear that. You're like, you feel like a shiver where there's something, there's something synthetic, but not even in like a Sophie way or a Charlie XCX way. It's more devious.
But there's something about, and maybe it's a factor of me knowing who Ivy Getty is and the fact that she's from this like very, 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 very like
Well, she also just got a
iconically wealthy
divorce.
family.
She also just
big divorce because had a big wedding and then instantly called it off. Instantly.
Yeah, I don't think was it that instant. I think they were together for
It's
like
like
a
a
little
year.
bit. Yeah. Okay. So
Not even. Oh wait,
Okay.
4 years. Oh God, sorry.
Okay, I told you I felt like it was
I
a while
thought they
ago.
were married for like 6 months, but they were married for 4 years. Sorry, I had to correct the record.
So you're like fresh off your divorce. You were together for 4 years. You're like, what's next for me? I'm partying with my friends. I'm bathing in gas. Whatever. I don't know how this works. In oil. You don't bathe in I'm bathing in gas.
Maybe they're bathing in natural gas these days. Maybe the chic thing is like you frack and then you fill some
Right.
tube and you get in there. Yeah.
And then she's like, I love music. I would love a song, which is great because she called the song One Hit Wonder. That's a big expectation, meaning like, I'm only doing this one time. It better hit. So she called an iconic songwriter.
Look, I only want to hit once. That's it. It's in the
Like,
song.
It's literally it. She called a songwriter who, wait, I texted you, but I didn't put it in the doc. I was researching the songwriter because I was like, who wrote this? And it's this woman whose name is Madison Love, who also wrote Bobby's other most favorite recent song.
Joyride. Was that what you were waiting for me to do?
Yeah, but you did the pause.
I did the acapella version. Joyride.
Beep beep. That song.
Best night your life. Get in loser for the joyride.
So she wrote that, and she also wrote one of my other favorite songs, "To Die For."
My man, to die for. My man, to die for. My man, to die for.
Okay, a gorgeous, gorgeous classic that is always played there.
But she also wrote this
Absolutely.
iconic song, the song that ends This Is Me Now. Listen.
Midnight trip to Vegas, just me and you, baby. Throw the kids in the back of the pink Cadillac and us in the bathroom changing. Midnight trip to Vegas, both our hearts are racing. I pick
Yeah, she wrote Midnight Trip to Vegas.
Us in the bathroom changing is really good. I forgot that line. It's so good.
Us in the bathroom changing.
And it rhymes with Vegas, or it rhymes with
No, it rhymes with racing. Both of our hearts racing. Us in the bathroom
changing. Nothing romantic. Nothing as romantic as changing in the bathroom. Okay, also,
Let's do something crazy. Woohoo, 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 woohoo. We could be driving right now, 20 miles into the desert by now.
depressing me because that's reminding me that TMZ just reported that Ben Affleck bought a new house, like separately. Bought a new house.
I'm so don't look up when it comes to Ben and J-Lo. I'm
But-
like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Meanwhile, can I send you, since we're on this topic, I did had this open. Please
no.
read this headline from Us Weekly.
Did you text it to me?
Yep.
This is from 4 days ago. How did I miss this?
Read it.
Celebrity news. Jennifer Lopez can't stop riding her bike.
It's giving like we can't. But also, do you know the lead is really good?
The lead is, she's still Jenny on the bike. Us couldn't help but notice that Jennifer Lopez is in her bicyclist era.
No.
She's just in the Hamptons. That's all this is.
The outing was just one of several joyrides that Lopez
Joyride.
took during her laid-back getaway. She took her white Linus bicycle, which retails for $790 and has an adorable basket in the back, out for a solo spin on July 16th. Okay, 2 days prior, she was joined on the bike route by her friends, as well as her husband's 18-year-old daughter. Okay, it was like not her husband. Her husband's 18-year-old daughter, Violet. Lopez was all smiles in her signature hoop.
I'm
ears.
sorry,
Okay.
Violet's there. We're fine.
Bobby, he bought a separate house.
He's rich.
Oh my God. They haven't been seen together in
I'm just
weeks.
saying, if they
She
wanted to
threw
divorce, they could
a
divorce.
Bridgerton themed wedding.
We
and
did this on
birthday.
the Patreon.
I know, but we
If
didn't do it
they
here.
wanted to divorce, they could divorce. They haven't
Well, it's
done it,
coming.
and they're still wearing their rings.
It's coming. It'd be so funny if they
I
announced
feel like a climate change denier because I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
we're staying married, but we're just gonna live in separate houses, like never see each other.
Like, who else? Cheryl Lee Ralph and Judith Light.
Yes. Famously, like Tim Burton and what's her face, but they did get a divorce.
Helena Bonham Carter. Didn't they have a tunnel though?
They had a tunnel.
Okay, so Ivy Getty has a song that we love. And the thing about this song is that it snuck up on me because I listened to it first. And I was like, whatever. And then you were like, this kind of slays. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to give it another shot. And then I liked it a little more. And then I listened to it again and I was like, I like this a little
peer
more.
Pressure.
But the way that this is written by the Joyride writer is what sort of gets me, because I'm like, oh, this is what their talent is. Madison and Miko. They write songs that sound like garbage on first listen, and then they're stuck in your head after 10th listen.
It sounds like songs that sound like other songs. I mean, To Die For is a masterpiece. To Die For is like
To Die For.
Yeah, that's a perfect song. So if they can write To Die For, Madison, she can write this one.
Lexi Berg commented, "Can I open for you?" And Ivy Getty says, "Girl, more like, can I open for you? I only have one song too, LOL." I only have one song.
Being an oil heiress and only having the privilege of only needing one song, that's amazing to me.
Yeah.
She only needs one. Wait, she needs a second song? What, does she need an EP? No, just one fucking song. That's it. Perform it at parties, bar mitzvahs, weddings.
All you need is one song. All you need is one song.
My neck to die for, my legs to die for, this sex to die for. I want someone who thinks I'm to die, my taste to die for, my waist to die for, this boom boom bass to die for. I want someone who thinks I'm to die for.
Moving on, the Sinead O'Connor wax figure was removed from the Irish Wax Museum. I did a lot of research on this because the hole just kept getting deeper and deeper.
This bums me out.
Well, why? Because she died?
Because then she dies, and then she's disrespected with a hideous wax figure, and then they're like, we have to get rid of this. It's just sad.
Bobby, they disrespect alive people with hideous wax figures every day. Every day. So being dead, it's like, it makes it sadder, but it's also kind of like, again, alive people are also disrespected. This one's a little bit interesting because it's personal, because this businessman who owns the Irish Wax Museum was friends with her because he also owns a recording studio, I found out. So his name is Paddy Dunning, and he's a businessman who owns like all these different kind of like kooky things. And one of them is a music studio, and one is this wax museum. And so it's even more kind of like, people were even more mad. Like, her brother went on the radio and was like, it's ugly, like it's disrespectful, take it down. And Patty was like, and then he released an apology that was like, we thought it was going to be great, but like it wasn't great and we can do better. We have listened closely to the reactions and agree that the figure does not fully capture Sinead's unique presence and essence as we intended. They can do better. I didn't sleep last night. We'll go again and we'll remodel, and we have to do better. So it is giving a lot of publicity for the Wax Museum to, come back with a better balder Sinead.
Yeah.
Then I'm reading all about this Wax Museum, and I'm like, learning about the Wax Museum, you can like buy figures from this Wax Museum.
Well, that blew my mind, your research in there. I didn't know that wax museums sell their wax museums. They make multiples and sell them around the world.
Not all of them, but the Irish one, they sold 3 Phil Lynnett's. You don't even know who that is? I didn't. It's the lead singer of Thin Lizzy.
Thin Lizzy.
I didn't know that. The other thing with this guy, Paddy Dunning, that cracked me up is that if you search back in the day, he was a dentist at one point, and he was friends with Michael Jackson. I guess because Michael Jackson stayed at the studio that he owned. He owned this Grouse Lounge studio in Westmeath, and Patty told, what did he tell? Dentistry.co.uk. I don't even know what that publication is. He told them, I remember walking around Crumlin with Michael. I was bringing him to the dentist. The singer and his 3 children became part of the Dunning family at the live-in studio, and the entrepreneur claims Michael Jackson loved Ireland so much because of the privacy. Not only was this guy friends with Michael Jackson, but he also bought the Pope Mobile. He bought a Pope Mobile. He bought the Irish.
The Pope Mobile?
He owns one of the I think there's multiple Pope Mobiles. So all I'm saying is he's not really focusing all of his energy on fixing Sinead O'Connor's wax figure because he's got so many other things going on. Like
did he put a wax Pope in there? Because the Pope Mobile is at the Wax Museum.
He probably put a wax Pope in there.
Okay, he put a wax Pope in there. Okay.
But I was kind of laughing because at the bottom it says he also hopes to present it as a Hope Mobile,
traveling around Ireland collecting folklore from the country's unsung heroes. And then at the bottom it says, Dunning preferred not to discuss the details of the bachelor and bachelorette party celebrations, which the bus is also available for. We're being selective about who we rent it out to, and we hope it will get a variety of uses, he told Time over the phone. The newly transformed Pope Mobile will cost $325 an hour and seats 14 people, plus one lucky visitor who gets to sit in the Pope's gleaming chair. There has been no comment from the Catholic Church regarding the transformation of the vehicle. So at one point in time, you could rent the Pope Mobile for $300. Can you imagine the drunk Irish people that were like, we're renting the Pope Mobile tonight? Wouldn't that be so fun to do with the girls?
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if they're still doing it.
The girls are getting the Pope Mobile tonight. You wanna do your bachelorette in Nashville on those like things where you pedal the beer peddler, where you drink the beer and you pedal the thing? I have rented us the Pope Mobile.
It looks kind of cool. It says Dublin Wax Museum all over it, but like it looks kind of cool, and it can hold 15 people.
Okay, so we're going. So we're renting it. So we're going.
€300 an hour.
Okay, great. 2 hours. That's enough. 1 hour.
Yeah.
That's it. 1 hour is enough. I only need an hour in the Pope Mobile.
It's time. You've upset a lot of people, including members of Sinead's family.
And I deeply regret that. I'm sending out my apologies. That's why I'm on this show. When you called me to say,
what's your proposal to, like, are you going to get another one done that is realistic, or what's the plan there?
Oh, absolutely. I had to take the decision to cancel the statue, and we'll go again, and we'll remodel, and we have to do better on this occasion.
I want to be famous.
Love my CB distillery. It helps me sleep. I love my they're called gummies. They have gummies and gummies. The gummies don't quite put me to sleep, but the gummies do put me to sleep. And I take them most nights, to be honest.
You do. I know you do, because you tell me about it every time. You're like, well, that worked. And for Bobby, nothing seems to be working. So this is an incredible breakthrough for you.
Genuinely a huge breakthrough for me. CB Distillery's targeted formulations are made from the highest quality, clean ingredients. No fluff, no fillers, just pure, effective CBD solutions designed to help support your health. In 2 non-clinical surveys, 81% of customers experienced more calm, 80% said CBD helped with pain after physical activity, and an impressive 90% among them, myself, said they slept better with CBD. So if you struggle with a health concern and haven't found relief, make the change like I did to CB Distillery. And with over 2 million customers and a solid 100% money-back guarantee, CB Distillery is the source to trust. We have a 20% discount code to get you started. Visit cbdistillery.com and use code WHO for 20% off. That's cbdistillery.com, code WHO. cbdistillery.com.
You want to hear something fun about my most recent purchase from Quince?
I know what it is. So tell me again.
So I had to, I don't want to give it away. Well, I'm giving it away. I don't care. I had to replicate a gorgeous silk slip from the performance of Sunset Boulevard on Broadway in order to create my Halloween costume, which is, of course, Nicole Scherzinger in Sunset Boulevard, which involves, as Norma Desmond, you're going to get a dark wig, you're going to get some blood, but you also need a gorgeous silk slip. And I immediately said, oh, I know where to get that, from Quince, because I'm like, I know Quince will have a flattering, affordable, and comfortable, which is really the most important thing. Because Halloween costumes, I'm not out here trying to wear some sort of like rayon, gross, itchy thing. Like I want a real slip. And so I went right to Quince, and they had a beautiful black slip that I bought for my Halloween costume. But you know what? I'm going to keep wearing it. It's not just going to be a costume.
I'm sure it's a beautiful, beautiful slip.
It really is. It's really going to be gorgeous.
Slip.
And they don't just have silk slips that are affordable. They also have classic fall items like sweaters.
I just bought an overshirt from them. I love an overshirt.
An overshirt,
yeah,
really?
I love an overshirt.
It's a cozy overshirt.
It's a cozy overshirt. It's I think it's camel colored. It's a camel colored overshirt.
Really?
Kind of like a half jacket, half shirt.
Well, Quince is known for their Mongolian cashmere sweaters from $50. And it's not just that. All Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands, which includes leather jackets and cotton cardigans and soft denim and so much more.
And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices. And of course, premium fabrics and finishes for that luxury feel in every piece. So get cozy in Quince's high-quality wardrobe essentials. Go to quince.com/who for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/who to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/who.
Usually we're talking about Rita Ora, but today we're talking about Ora frames.
Ora frames, not Rita Ora. You could put photos of Rita Ora in your Ora frame. That would work.
My God, I'm going to do that. That's genius.
From big events to the silly moments you capture every day, doesn't it sometimes feel like all your favorite photos are just stuck on your camera roll? Wouldn't it be great to have an easy way to share and enjoy them with friends and family? That's where Aura comes in. The app makes it so easy to just like throw a batch of photos from a fun day you had in there, throw a batch of photos from a fun day you had on a friend's frame if you have access to their frame, because that's a fun like social feature that Aura has.
Yes.
I love surprising Lindsay with random photos of like
sure does.
us, someone else
He
that
sure
just
does.
pop up on her frame.
They've got smart photo cropping. The brightness of it is perfectly calibrated for whatever situation of light your room happens to be in. There's an interactive touch bar that you can like switch. If you don't want to see that photo, you go right through.
I love my Aura frame. Everyone I've given an Aura frame to is obsessed with it, and I think this isn't in the copy, but like my mom, who is over 70, can use it without any struggle.
I know. Same with
the
my
app
parents.
is very, very easy to use.
It's very intuitive.
I've given her in the past a digital frame that was hard for her to operate. Aura, she figured it out in 2 seconds. Every time I go to their house, it's like there are new photos on it. My mom loves it. Grandkids. She loves putting photos of grandkids on it. Anyway, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code WHO, WHO, at checkout. That's AURAFrames.com, promo code WHO. This deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
I want to be famous.
This is such a I've never seen this construction ever.
I stopped dead in my tracks because this news is not interesting. Well, actually, it kind of is. It's kind of funny. I've never seen the Daily Mail write a headline like this before. You ready?
Read it.
Emma Roberts, 5'2". Facts on the PDA with 6-foot fiance Cody John as they queue for ice cream in Saint-Tropez. The way that they wrote Emma Roberts 5'2" in, 5'2" in, it's like 5 foot
No
2
spaces.
Like,
5FT2IN, all one word.
Like, is this how we have to start like writing about us? It's like Lindsay Weber 5'2" in, because I'm also 5'2" in.
Yeah.
Lindsay Weber 5'2" in, packs on the podcasting with 6-foot co-host Bobby
6'5" in. 6'5" in.
Are you 6? What are you? 6 foot? What?
6'5". 6'5" in.
6'5" in. Podcast co-host Bobby Finger as they queue for ice cream. We're also queuing for ice cream in Saint-Tropez. I don't know why, but we're podcasting, but we're also.
I would love to get ice cream in Saint-Tropez.
Oh my God, me too.
Anyway, so she's 5'2" in, and he's 6 foot.
I do like that this is replacing the ages, because for these people, the age isn't interesting. But what is interesting is how tall he is and how short she is. Although, gotta say, the difference between 5'2" and 6 is not a big deal. Like, talk to me when she meets her next husband who's 6'5" or 6'6".
The photo is kind of funny. Like he is giving 6 foot in this. Look at this.
Okay, wait. You're right. She's giving short and he's really giving tall. Wait, but that's crazy because he doesn't seem that much taller than her.
I mean, I think he must
tall,
be.
He must be taller than
6 foot. He must be like 6'5".
I'm sorry. The first comment. He's taller than that. I'm 5'2" and my husband is 6 foot, and our height difference is not that dramatic. He's at least 6'2" or 6'3".
He's got to be like 6'5".
Someone replied and wrote, "Same here."
Same here.
Someone else wrote, "She's definitely shorter and he's definitely taller. Much more than a foot difference. He's listed as 6'3" and she's 5'2". Clearly, she's shorter than 5'2". He's definitely taller than 6. These are all different comments.
He must be 6'5".
He's taller than 6 foot by looking at him. He's at least 6'5". He's way taller than. Oh wait, I'm crying. Every person in them is so mad.
Call 2 wrote, "Why are really tall people attracted to really small people and vice versa? It's always something I've wondered, LOL." And then someone else goes, "So they produce normal-sized children."
If he is 6 foot, then I am 5'7" instead of 6'3". Okay, that's confusing, smug Texan. That's confusing. Anyways, I love that. I love that all the comments are like, he's taller. Because you're right. When you look at the photo, it's
He's
like
really, really tall compared to
either
her.
she's shorter or he's taller.
I want photos of their ice cream. God damn it. Show me what ice cream they ate. So Shane Gillis, the comedian who hosted SNL, and everyone was like, "Who's this guy?" But he's like a successful comedian who's like, "I'm nice." Went to Christian McCaffrey's wedding.
Wasn't he kind of conservative vibes? And people were kind of mad
I think he's kind of conservative vibes, but he's also just like nice and vaguely apolitical. He also has like a very, very popular podcast and is just a popular sort of like basic comedian.
Okay, so he's dating a cute young blonde TikTok star. Great.
And that's the only reason he's getting attention. They got attention for their height differences, and they're getting attention because this is a normal looking straight man dating like a very pretty TikTok influencer looking younger woman.
I would bet that some of his comedy is like, I'm normal, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm normal. Oh, right. Remember the big deal about him posting Saturday Night Live was because he had been fired from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Okay.
What someone reposted and said average SEC couple. I don't know what SEC means. The jokes were endless for the accuracy of the humorous caption, and the Twitter algorithm seemed to ironically tie it to another A-list SEC couple because of all the comparison captions, Livy Dunn and Paul Skeens.
SEC schools it's Southeastern Conference. It's like Southern schools.
Oh my God. Of course, I don't know.
It's like Mississippi and Tennessee, like
okay.
A&M.
Okay.
It's just like Southern schools that are really into football.
Wait, that's funny.
And the guys all look like Shane Gillis, and the girlies all look like that girly
Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. Yes. Okay, that's funny.
What makes me laugh about this sort of thing is that, like, yes, this Page Six story, New York Post story mentions the SEC couple joke. The reason these images went viral is for reasons that you can't really articulate in a headline. Like, so the headline just goes, Shane Gillis, TikTok star, go viral after Christian McCaffrey wedding photos. And then it's just like, they went viral for some photos, but then they never really say why they went viral. They're just like, people are making fun of the way they look.
Right. Well, people are, yes.
The differences of their appearance. It's just funny that you can't write that out. But everyone can put two and two together.
But I'm glad I get the joke. I didn't know what SEC was. Why would I? That's so nice that I know that
Conference. Now. Horrible news for me.
What?
Saoirse and Jack got married in Edinburgh.
You trying to marry Saoirse? You wanted to marry Saoirse?
Yeah, I'm trying to marry Saoirse. I think I've made it clear on the podcast that this is my favorite celebrity couple, right? Saoirse Ronan and Jack Lowden.
You kind of have, but they're so kind of like quiet that
I love Jack Lowden so
that we
much.
don't really repeat it as much as kind of like.
I'm a horsehead. As a horsehead, I love Jack Lowden. As a Benedictine, two friends texted me like within 10 minutes of each other on Sunday morning, being like, "I'm so sorry. Like, I hope you're okay."
they're married. I'm glad they're married.
Yeah.
They need to do more stuff, but I'm glad they're married.
And like, what is there to say about these two? They haven't even. It's funny that they don't even comment about this. So now we know because they post each other, but they've never said the words, I'm dating Saoirse or I'm dating Jack.
They haven't farted in public in years. Saoirse was riding high and we haven't heard from her. Boo. Miss her. Since she did the movie that we saw that was like Three Blind Mice. What was it?
What was what? She was just in that movie Foe with, I think, Paul Mescal,
you're right, with Paul Mescal that no one saw.
Everyone hated it.
Yeah.
She's going to be in the new Steve McQueen movie, Blitz.
Cool. Good for them. I'm glad they're married. They're a cute couple. Sorry to you. Sorry to this man meeting you.
Fran sent me, Fran was like, you got to look at Jack. Every once in a while she'll be like, you got to look at Jack's Instagram stories right now. And a few weeks ago it was because they were at Glastonbury. And just like being cute.
Not dating Tom Brady and Brooks Nader. Brooks Nader. Remember Brooks Nader?
Barely.
Brooks Nader with the hot dad.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I'll date. I'll date her dad. She can date Tom Brady, but apparently they're not dating because Tom Brady's like, we're not dating. I'm single. Who cares? Fucking who cares?
Well, Page Six published that they were dating, and then Tom Brady told TMZ, I'm not dating her. So they got the headline, Tom Brady, I'm single AF, not dating SI model. Okay.
I feel like he should date her. I don't know. Wasn't she dating the prince at the wedding? Didn't she go to a wedding with a prince?
Brooks Nader was dating,
Olivia Culpo. She went to Olivia Culpo's wedding with
it was Konstantinos or Konstantin Alexios. Yeah, Konstantin Alexios. And then they broke up right after the wedding. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now she's dating Tom Brady. Moving on.
But no, she's not dating Tom Brady.
I know, but she is. Ronnie Wood's son and Iron Maiden guitarist daughter got married. Ronnie
I like
Wood's
when that
son
stuff happens.
Tyrone and Iron Maiden bassist Steve Harris's daughter Faye got
I
married.
like when that stuff happens. I feel like this happens sometimes with
Travis Scott Stark.
Nepo babies finding each other in the same genre of their parents. Yeah.
Yes, I
That's
love
fun.
that. Travis Scott is dating someone named Cuban Link.
Yes, Cuban Link used to date 50 Cent. But what I like about this story is the reason that they're rumored to be dating is because of this one video that was like from a security camera that I guess someone posted on TikTok or Instagram. And
From
it's
a
captioned-
security camera?
And it's Travis Scott spotted going to his hotel with Cuban Link, 50 Cent's ex. And so the way someone wrote about this, I believe this was Bossip. On Friday, July 26th, video footage of Cuban Link and Travis Scott showed the two leaving a function, getting into a car together. The video shows Scott saying goodbye to a man and a woman before hopping into the vehicle. A few other people followed the pair into the car. It's unclear where they went later that night or what this means about Cuban Link and Scott's relationship. So it's them getting into a car with other people after saying goodbye to other people, and we have no idea where the car went.
Oh my God. Okay.
But she used to date 50 Cent. She got a lot of press when she dated 50 Cent.
Yeah.
I remember
They like did stuff together.
they
I
did a
remember
lot of
this.
stuff together. And so I was like
press.
looking
By
through
stuff,
like
I mean press. Yeah.
because her Cuban Link is her stage name. Her given name is Jamira Haynes. So it was like, who is Jamira Haynes? 50 Cent's new girlfriend. And so it was like, she's a model. She's done campaigns for Nike and Puma. She started her lifestyle brand called Cuban Fit, which also does like clothes and I think like workout clothes and also routines.
Mm-hmm.
But then it had this iconic piece. She and 50 Cent make vision boards together. In 50 Cent's book Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter, released in 2020, the rapper revealed that he and his girlfriend often utilize collage making to better their relationship. Quote, for 30 days, I told her, send me a picture of something you want, he told People. Then after the 30 days,
Then
I
I
did
bought
the
it.
same. At the end of it, we put the two vision boards together and talked about the things that don't match up. It sparked conversations that we probably wouldn't have gotten to randomly, and it was easier for us to express it because it's so early.
Okay, Brene Brown. That's so
But
inspiring.
then now she teaches people how to make vision boards via workshops.
Okay, seems like her and Travis Scott are not. Seems like it might not work out.
They took a car together. I just like the number of exclamation marks in Bossip's headline is enough to make you scratch your head and say, is this true? Because it's new couple? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Travis Scott seemingly pops out with 50 Cent's ex Cuban Link.
No, you're right. That's too
Too many question marks. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Selma Blair cut a casual figure with a mystery man, and then they figured out who the mystery man was, so they added his name into the headline.
Selma Blair 52 cuts casual figure with her mystery man Andy Kiernan at LAX airport.
Right.
I mean, I guess I'm usually happy for her.
How did you meet? I saw him from across a table and now he's my boyfriend. I think relationships are best kept out of the press if possible. Nobody wants to be exposed to scrutiny, but yes, it's possible to find love at 52 and beyond. That's great. I'm really happy for her. That's nice. He's cute. Wild assertion of the week is that Hugh Jackman and Kate Beckinsale are flirting again or something. Because one time they flirted at 20 years ago, they flirted. So now people are like, oh, they had chemistry. They should hook up.
Yeah, they flirted when they were promoting like Van Helsing because they were both in Van Helsing. And it was like, oh my God, all the Van Helsing stands were like, we've been waiting for this. Photos of Hugh Jackman and Kate Beckinsale flirting emerge as fans beg the two Hollywood stars to date, as Insider reveals what ex-wife Deborah Lee Furness really thinks of their chemistry. It's so fucking funny.
Once again, my favorite news is about Deborah Lee Furness, like her single and loving it life, single and loving it. And the only source in this story comes from somebody from her camp that says she wants to see Hugh move on and is worried he's terrified of taking that first step. Hugh and Deb would often cross paths with Kate at events in New York, but there's never been anything more than a working relationship between them. Nevertheless, the Insider added that there were huge sparks flying between Hugh and Kate as they sat together at Wimbledon. This was more than just Hugh's naturally flirtatious ways. You could tell he's pretty taken by his old co-star. Oh, they sat next to each other at Wimbledon recently. Okay, he was like...
Did you see the video? Someone on the red carpet showing Ryan Gosling and Hugh Jackman, like the Glenn Powell thirst trap where he's like holding the dog and... Someone quote tweeted that and said like the way Hugh stops breathing when he sees the thing. When you watch the video, it is extremely funny to watch him react and have to sort of
is he gagged?
contend with how gagged he is by. And you don't. I'm even saying you don't have to be gay to be impressed by Glenn Powell's
gagged by
whole
Glenn
thing.
Powell. I actually know a lot of straight guys who would be.
Oh yeah,
gagged
that's why he's
by
on
a
the
photo
cover of
Glenn
Men's
Powell.
Health. You know, like men are gagged by his thing.
All men are gagged.
But the way in which he seems to be gagged in this video is genuinely amusing. It won't work on audio, but you should watch it.
No, it's okay. I can imagine it even, you know?
I hate the way $1 Million Listing turns into an acronym. I hate seeing it on page 6. MDLLA star Josh Flagg is in serious new relationship with mystery NYC man. He's more private.
Josh Flagg, as you know, we talked about Tori Spelling's mother's best friend. Yeah. Josh Flagg is literally keeping Tori Spelling from her millions, from her inheritance, because he's like trying to get it from Candy Spelling.
Candy Spelling is going to do something to this guy if she stops getting attention.
To the mystery man?
Mm-hmm. Watch out, mystery man.
That's why he's private.
Candy Spelling needs attention from Josh.
That's why it's private. Guess who's commenting on Ben Affleck's new house that he's maybe buying? Josh Flagg. Did he sell it to him? No, he's just commenting on it.
Oh God.
The Josh Hall the Christina Hall divorce is still getting crazy. We should wait because it's still there's
it's about to get
a
nuts.
lot more is unraveling. Like him being spotted posing with Amber Rose and Candace Owens is only the beginning of what is going to be a long uncoupling.
Mm-hmm.
Drewski and Ruby Rose broke up again.
Well, we talked about them breaking up because they went to the white party. I think Drewski went to the white party without her or something. So there was essentially confirmed that the two had broken up, but he hadn't said anything. But now he's sort of, without saying her name, he was interviewed and he mentioned that he's now single. Yeah, he's like, I'm single. But the reason why he's single is really funny because he goes, there's nothing bad that happened. Well, just, she's a beautiful girl. She's doing great in life, man. She's making money. I'm doing the same. I learned when you've got a bad bitch, you can't really, but when you have a beautiful woman of that caliber, it comes with a lot. And I don't know if I was prepared yet, but I learned a lot from it. So I think I'm coming out of that relationship. You better have them pockets ready. He's basically saying she wanted me to spend a lot of money on her and I didn't want to.
Okay, that's funny. Newly pansexual, bisexual Wayne Brady.
He's newly pansexual. Yeah, he came
had
out
a
of
baby
pansexual
with his ex quietly. Didn't you just start fucking guys?
But he's fucking everyone. He's pansexual.
On Wednesday's debut of his new reality show, Wayne Brady, The Family Remix.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Wayne Brady revealed to viewers that he quietly welcomed a baby boy months ago named Val with his ex-girlfriend Tina. These are just names. Speaking on the latest addition to his family was not on his bingo card, Wayne Brady said. Wait, so he has a reality show? I forgot
on
this.
Freeform. Yeah, and then
with the family.
This is all in sync with the premiere of the show. So that's why we're hearing about this, because the show just premiered last week.
It's pretty juicy.
Yeah. And he said they go to therapy. They spend time with each other. He says, I was kind of hoping the show would get me a relationship. So he was like, I don't want to be cursed by the reality show. I want to use this reality show to find someone.
Wayne Brady life makes me feel crazy. I can't even imagine how it makes him feel. You know what I mean? This is chaotic. Reality show, newly pansexual, new baby with ex-girlfriend.
New baby with ex-girlfriend.
That's too chaotic. Okay, standing by. We'll be standing by. We'll be watching this space. Watch this space.
I mean, I don't even know how to watch Freeform. Is it on? Where do you watch Freeform?
When I say watch this space, I mean the Who Weekly show. Not I'm not watching his show. I mean, I'm watching the tabloids. I'm not watching the show.
What was she wearing? Where was she seen? She posted what on Instagram? She's the Who Queen. Tens of people want to know all about the number one Who. Lindsay, Bobby, tell us now. What's Rita Ora up to?
Who is this woman? Rita Ora canceled an appearance at the campus festival after hospital stay doctor's orders. Where is this? It's in
Budapest.
Hungary.
Yeah.
She's working her way through Eastern Europe and she's slaying. I mean, from what I've seen, she's just literally slaying. But she must have just taken on more than she could chew because she's tired. She had to cancel a show. She needs to sleep.
And the doctor said, you have to cancel the show. And she said, I'm going to follow doctor's orders.
I do love Onanadan's coverage of this because, obviously they said hashtag pray for Rita Ora cancel's appearance. And then the person who wrote it said, in 2016, I asked y'all to hashtag pray for Rita when she suffered from exhaustion. Well, now I'm asking for your prayers once again for the hardest working woman in entertainment. The idea that the same poster who posted this news in 2016 where Rita Ora also had to
get some help for exhaustion at the hospital because she was so tired, is now back on July 27th, 2024 to post again, #pray for Rita. That's beautiful. That's community. That's longevity. And that's fandom. I'm so happy. Who's this? Stewie _E. You are a professional.
Yeah,
because
I love that.
Then they linked to their old post from 2016. #pray for Rita. Rita Ora rushed to the hospital for exhaustion. Rita Ora was rushed to the hospital, placed on IV in 2016. And then these are the bullets. Was doing a photo shoot when she fell ill. Rushed to the hospital due to exhaustion from doing so much work, citation needed. Was put on IV and rest. Felt better by end of day and resumed work. Took to social media to calm worried fans, citation needed, with a positive tweet.
Damn.
And the tweet's right here.
I was reading...
First comment, hope she's okay.
Regrettably, I was reading Daily Mail comments.
Of course. Well,
about
I mean,
this,
don't, but... Yeah.
And a lot of them are mean, a lot of them are nice. One of them said something which I found interesting, which I don't necessarily believe, but it was just like a funny little conspiracy theory that was like, oh, artists do this because it's the way to get around the contract. It's like one of the only excuses that you get is when you have to be hospitalized. So it's like, you can't just be sick. You have to be in the hospital. You have to be in a hospital. So it's like, I believe that's what she's doing here. I don't. Because it's not a regular thing for Rita Ora to cancel concerts. If anything, it's a regular thing for Rita Ora to have more concerts than you've ever even heard of. She's just constantly performing all over the world.
Sure. But when a diva's down, a diva's down.
Yes.
She's, you gotta say, feel better.
And if any diva is going to be exhausted, it's going to be Rita Ora.
That's what I'm saying. She's so busy. When is diva down? It's inevitable that diva would be down. Do you think she got to the hospital and Dr. Roberta Bobby was there and was like,
diva down.
We need a medic. Medic boots.
Boots.
Do you think Rita Ora has Dr. Roberta Bobby's direct line?
Diva down. We need a fucking medic boots. We have to triage this injured diva.
We have to triage this injured diva.
Hi, Diva. Can I call you Diva? My name is Detective Fierce. You're not in trouble, Boots. We're just trying to get the tea on this situation.
Dr. Roberta Bobby is probably the best doctor. It's really hard. It's hard. Only the best stars have access to her. She really is.
Mm-hmm. One more Rita Ora story, which is personal.
Oh, it's personal?
Uh-huh.
Okay, what happened?
Was
what happened?
Listening to music on the... Sonos, so it was like playing over the whole apartment. And Josh and I were just sort of adding songs ourselves, listening to music. And I added a song and it played and Josh was like, "What's that?" That was good. And I was like, "Honey, you didn't recognize that?" It was Rita Ora. Big. It was big.
The fact that you're still trying to fool your spouse into liking Rita Ora is like you're really putting in the work, just as she's doing.
Guess what he also liked? Angel of My Dreams. And I was thrilled because I was worried.
That's a great song.
I was worried.
That's a great song. That's a great song.
So is Big. Thank you for listening to another episode of Who Weekly. Call in at 619-WHO-THEM to leave questions, comments, and concerns for our Friday show. Who's there? Support us on patreon.com/Who Weekly for bonus episodes of Discord server commentary tracks and more. You can also get the audio only of the VIP show just by clicking subscribe within the Apple Podcasts app. Rate and review us while you're at it. Thank you to Katie and Eric of The Who's for providing our radio theme song on Tuesdays. Thank you to Timmy, our research and editorial assistant, for researching and editorializing. Buy tickets to our live show. You got to come see us. whoweekly.us/live. And we'll see you. It's going to be so fun. We'll see you on Friday. Bye.
Bye.
You will dream it.
They want to know.
Hey. 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 I want to be famous.